Welcome back to this Lenten devotional series based on Mark's Gospel. For day 3, we'll read Mark 9, verses 2 through 4. 6 days later, Jesus took with him Peter and James and John and led them up a high mountain apart by themselves. And he was transfigured before them, and his clothes became dazzling white, such as no one on earth could bleach them. And there appeared to them Elijah with Moses, who were talking with Jesus. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. What is it about mountains and the presence of God? There are a good many Bible stories about people encountering God on a mountain. 2 of those Old Testament mountain stories feature the men who showed up with Jesus on this mountain. You may remember that on Mount Sinai, Moses once asked God if he could see God's glory. The Lord knew Moses couldn't handle such glory straight up, so he hid Moses in the cleft of a giant rock and let Moses see his glory from behind as the glory passed by. Then there was Elijah. He didn't have to be told he couldn't handle the glory. When God's glory came close in the silence on the mountain, Elijah covered his own face. But now these same 2 were there talking with Jesus big as life. And Jesus was in his full heavenly glory, shining brightly enough to make you squint. Jesus had taken on his heavenly appearance, or as we say, he was transfigured. The Greek word Mark uses here is an interesting one. It's the word which gives us our word metamorphosis. That's when a caterpillar becomes a butterfly. It's not that the caterpillar becomes someone else, but as a butterfly, he is quite beyond what he had been. The metamorphosis called forth a reality beyond what had been apparent, like with Jesus. At the invitation of Jesus, Peter, James, and John were also there that day. They saw it all, which is not to say they really took it all in. The full impact of Jesus' God-man identity would not be shown until he ascended yet another mountain, this one not so tall, but topped with a cross. During Lent, we're moving with Jesus toward that cross-topped mountain. But along the way, this Mount of Transfiguration gives us an amazing preview of the kind of metamorphosis that this God-man Jesus brings to us through the mountain with the cross. And later in the story, Peter, James, and John give us a preview themselves of just how dramatic the caterpillar to butterfly change can be. Let's go with Jesus. Here's some questions to ponder as you look back over these verses. What mountaintop encounters have you had with God? What new facet of God or Jesus came with that encounter? If Jesus is truly divine, what do you know about God from him that you wouldn't have known otherwise? Jesus invited Peter, James, and John to go with him up the mountain. What invitation has he given you of late? God bless.